Hi everyone, welcome to my channel where I'm going to crochet it forward in this video by showing you how to make a mini pumpkin right here. Now I've experimented with this a little bit with different stitches. This one is a little bit bigger. I use an extended double crochet on that one. So this mini one is the one that I'm going to show you how to make in this video. The materials you're going to need are a number 3 yarn. If you want to use a number 4, that's fine as well. Just make sure that both your stem color and your pumpkin color are going to be the same number. You're going to need some scissors, a sewing needle, and also, please do this, and I don't think I ever get it on camera, a 4.0 millimeter letter G hook. The first thing you want to do is grab your hook and your yarn, and again this is a number 3 yarn, and we are going to chain, let's see, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, and we are going to be working in the back bump or ridge of our stitches, and that is turning your chain. See it right here face up? We're going to face it down, and that's these little bumps right here. Those are called back bumps or ridges, and we're going to be using half double crochets. So go ahead and yarn over, and in that stitch we're going to pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3 of them. Alright, we're going to do that 11 more times, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, this next row is the repeat row. You want to turn your work, chain 1, skip your chain, yarn over, and we are going to be working in the back loops. So for the chain, foundation chain, we ended up working in the back ridge or bump. Now we're working into the back loop, and that is your sideway V. You have your front closest to you right here, this strand, and then this one right here furthest from you. So we're going to yarn over and go into all of those for this pattern. Okay, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, you might have to turn your work to get that last one, and again we're just going to turn our work. I like to pull my yarn up, pull out my hook, and then come in the side, so I have one less twist on that. That's totally optional. Chain 1 and then go right into that first stitch and make your first half double crochet. We are going to do this for a total of 12 rows, so go ahead and do that and I will meet you back. Alright, so once you have your 12 rows, and the unique thing about your half double crochets is you can count your rows, because the second row is always lifted with like a ridge. So like this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then 11, 12. So we're going to chain 1, we're going to fasten off, leave a good 14 inches to sew. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is grab our needle, thread our yarn through it, and then go ahead and fold our work. And we're just going to do a simple sew. Now you can do the whip stitch on this, whatever stitch you want. Just match up your stitches on both sides. And you don't want to do it too tight. Make sure I'm in the frame here. And just go in and out. If you miss a stitch or you get off track, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and realign your work. And then just keep going down. Just like that. Keep checking if I'm in the frame. I had to re-record this. I was completely off the frame. Okay, once you get one side, we're just gonna like ignore that tail because it's gonna be on the inside and we're not gonna worry about that. But I guess we need one more stitch and go to the end. And then now what we want to do is do like a drawstring stitch. And what we're going to do is just go all the way around and go in and out. Now if you get too close to the top, you're going to end up with this big gap. So try to get like maybe in the second stitch down. Okay? And then just go ahead and go in and out. You can use the rows as a guide. But that's all we're doing, is a very simple sew. So then what we do is we just pull this together. Once you get back to your beginning point, do it tight, but not tight enough where you're going to break your yarn, tear your yarn. Take that tail piece and go ahead and tie it. Okay, then you're done with that part. We're going to go ahead and leave that there. We're going to turn our pumpkin inside out. Okay, so that's the bottom. I'm going to take a little bit of our stuffing. Now, these are small enough that you can actually use cotton balls for these. So if you don't have any fiber fill stuffing, that's okay. Just go grab some cotton balls. So now what we do is we have this coming off to the side. We've pulled it up. We're going to do the same thing in terms of that drawstring. So just in and out. And again, we're not getting at the very top because we don't want big old gaps. We don't want that at all. And in and out. Not tightening it very much at first. We'll wait till we get done with the row. And that's going all the way around and meeting back to your beginning stitch. Okay, now you want to pull that tight, okay, and come across a couple times, and then go to the other side, straight across, or up or down. Okay. No, it doesn't look like a lot now, but that's okay. So now what we want to do is go ahead and take our needle and go all the way to the bottom middle. Pull your needle out right here. Okay. Alright, so for the stem, we're just going to go ahead and get a slip knot. You can use any color for these pumpkins or the stems, whichever you want. I just encourage you to use the same weight yarn. We're going to go ahead and chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're going to single crochet in the second chain from your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to turn our work, chain 1, that doesn't count as anything, and go ahead and single crochet 5 single crochets all the way across, 1 in each stitch. 1, 2, 3, this is 4, 5. Okay, do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then our last row, just single crocheting all the way across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And chain 1, and then leave about a 10-inch. All right, so after you have threaded your needle with your long tail, we're going to go ahead and sew this shut. So you fold your pieces together. Go ahead and make a couple stitches for the top. Go back, and then we're just going to sew the side up just like we did for our pumpkin. We won't have to worry about people seeing the stitches. It's really not even going to be noticeable. Okay? What I like to do is just go ahead and take the tail, whatever tail you have, and then just roll it up with your fingers and stick it in there. Okay? I'll do one more stitch to close it. Sorry about that, I had a runaway pumpkin fell underneath the table. And then what you want to do is just work the top over your pumpkin as much as you can, and then just take 1 stitch from your pumpkin and 1 stitch from your stem, and then just work it in there. Sew it all the way across. I'm sewing to my left. If you're left-handed, you might sew to your right. It really doesn't matter. Oops, my tail got stuck in there. So yeah, the idea is to get as much of the top of the pumpkin inside of that as possible, inside of your stem. And just keep rotating it. And just work them both in there as best you can. There's two pumpkins that are alike. So even if you follow this pattern verbatim, you're still going to get a whole different pumpkin. That's just the way it is. And once you are pretty sure, satisfied, just go ahead and do straight across like we did with the pumpkin colors, with the pumpkin tail, and then just go ahead and make a knot. Okay, and my needle came out, so I'm gonna go ahead and rethread this. And then the last thing you want to do is just take your tail with your needle and just pull that out at the bottom. Okay, it'll literally disappear. So now what we want to do is shape our pumpkin. So with this tail, with our pumpkin color here, we are going to rethread that And because you're working up the middle, it's going to help you scrunch your pumpkin down. Okay? What I mean by scrunch is if you pull on it, you see how it sets it down? So if you got a puffy side, just take your yarn and go back down. And just work all your sides. Okay? So they're all matching. Okay? And again, this is what forms your pumpkin. You can do those tight if you want a smaller pumpkin. This is a very versatile pattern. Or if you got one side too tight, you can kind of loosen that up. How about if I just go to the other side? I think this is probably my last stitch here. Okay, and there you have it. Sometimes when you sew this on, it'll go, the stem will just go out to the side. Go ahead, and this seems pretty tight in there. If you want to go ahead and add a knot, you can. And there you have your cute little mini pumpkin. Isn't that cute? You can make a lot of these. You can get a super glue, not super glue, but a glue gun, and put them on a pen or a pencil for a little pencil topper or a pen topper. Give these out to your office co-workers. Decorate your tables in all different sizes. Now you can experiment with this. The only thing I'm going to tell you is if you go longer, like this one I think I did like 24 rows with extended double crochets. So you can work with it in terms of the sizes. Very, very fun project. Do it with your kids. I made some. I'm going to give them to my grandkids so they can give to their teachers. So thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody's patience. Don't forget to like, comment, share, tag somebody. And again, together, let's continue to crochet it forward. Bye now.